And Abba Kyari is not being convicted to be guilty by the court of law until it's been proven.
Whenever anything good is coming out, they tend to be political backing or lineage to it, to sabotage it. Abba Kyari, before now, he has been on top of his game. Before now, he has been there. People have celebrated him, not because he's tall or he's handsome, but because of what he has been able to bring to the table of the Nigerian police force.
A popular Yoruba adage says, you do not look for a person wearing white cloth where the palm oil maker works, because there are possibilities that he might get stained. This is an adage related to the case of Abba Kyari, Deputy Commissioner of Police and Nigeria's most celebrated police officer, who has been in the news for his alleged involvement in a fraudulent business linked to popular Nigerian socialite Raymond Abbas, also known as Hushpuppi. Kyari was the head of the Inspector General of Police Investigation Response Team and a Nigerian supercrime buster. After being indicted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the United States, Abba Kyari reacted in a statement on Thursday, July 21, 2021. He did not deny knowing Hushpuppi, claiming the Nigerian socialite reached out to his office 2 years ago to report a threat to his family by one Chibuzo Vincent. The Super Cub also claimed that after Hushpuppi went through his profile on Instagram, he asked him to help purchase some native clothes which had caught his eyes. According to Kyari, the sum of 300,000 naira was paid into the account of the tailor. This, he claimed, was the only encounter he had with Hushpuppi. He said nobody demanded a kobo from Abbas Hushpuppi. Our focus was to save people's lives that were purported to have been threatened. Kyari stressed that his team only responded to a distress call he made on threat to his family and released the suspect when he discovered that there was no life to threat from the suspect. Was Abba Kyari being economical with the truth? Before this latest development, Nigeria's Super Cub Abba Kyari was the toast of all, sequel to his prowess in crime fighting, and especially in the arrest of notorious kidnap kingpin Chukwudi Onomadike, popularly known as Evans, in 2017. It was gathered that Kyari was offered a bribe of $5 million by the kidnapper to facilitate his escape, but he turned him down. Also, Kyari's team was able to bust Taraba's most wanted kidnap kingpin Hamisu Wadume in 2019. The incident led to the death of 3 police officers as soldiers allegedly working for the kidnap kingpin attacked the vehicle conveying him to Jalingo along the Ibi-Wukari road. The Super Cub also led a team that arrested the killers of Air Marshal Alex Bade, the former chief of air staff, and Boko Haram commander Umar Abdul Malik, alongside 8 of his terrorist gang members. Many of these successes recorded and more was a stepping stone for Kyari and pride of the police force, resulting in many medals and awards won, honoring him for his hard work and outstanding performance over the years in the Nigeria police force. Part of the tremendous honor was in April 2016, when President Muhammadu Buhari honored him with the Presidential Medal for Courage. He's also a 3-time recipient of the Lagos State Governor's Award for Gallantry, Leadership and Service Excellence in 2011, 2012 and 2013 respectively, and the Lagos State Commissioner of Police Commendation Award for Courage in 2011. In 2018, he was declared Africa's Best Detective. Kyari recently bagged the Best Police Officer of the Decade Award and the 2018 Hero of the Year Award by the Silverbird Group. As the praise got louder, Kyari became confronted with allegations of corruption and extrajudicial killings. In 2019, Amnesty International and National Human Rights Commission accused him of illegally depleting the assets of one Collins Ezenwa, a suspected criminal, after his team shot the man dead. Reportedly, the wife of the deceased accused Kyari and his team of withdrawing money from her late husband's account and pocketing millions. This allegation was denied by Kyari, but he stated that he was acting within his powers by confiscating the man's properties. It was also gathered that a Lagosian, Afiz Mujid, told the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry on Police Brutality during the NSAS protest that Kyari extorted him of 41 million naira in 2014 and locked him up for 14 days. Mojid also claimed in his petition that the police boss had forced him to sign blank checks before taking him to court over trumped-up charges. As these previous allegations were being debunked by him, boom, Hushpuppi's revelation came up. The popular saying that there is no honor amongst thieves manifested in the relationship between Hushpuppi and his partner, Vincent, over a fraudulent business deal worth over $1.1 million against an unnamed Qatari businessman. It was gathered that as a way of getting back at Vincent, Hushpuppi contacted the Nigeria Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, to arrest him, thereby sending him his phone number. After arresting Vincent, Kyari allegedly sent pictures of him in detention and also a bank account number to Hushpuppi to wire the fee for the job done. The police chief, in his defense, denied receiving payment for the arrest of Vincent, but only responded to the violent threat complaint raised by Hushpuppi. In a detailed online conversation between Kyari and Hushpuppi released by the FBI in its criminal complaint filed at the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California, Abbas asked Kyari to have the police administer the serious beating of his life and arranged with Kyari to pay Chibuzo imprisoned for at least a month so that the fraud scheme could be successfully executed and the money could be obtained. After Kyari arrested Chibuzo, he sent Abbas photographs of Chibuzo in custody and later told Abbas that he would not allow Chibuzo's girlfriend to pay money to get Chibuzo out of custody as he would have done for a normal arrest. Following Chibuzo's arrest, Juma and Abbas convinced the victim businessperson to make the payments of $299,983. In 2019, during Kyari's trip, Hushpuppi was reported to have sent a car and a driver to drive him around in Dubai. These revelations triggered outrage on social media. As at his right, the judge granted the US government the request for a detention order and an arrest warrant against Kyari and other fraudsters involved in the scheme. Sequel to the relationship established between Kyari and Hushpuppi, the police authorities have ordered his probing and suspension, pending the outcome of the ongoing internal investigation.
Despite all the things that the police officers in the United States have done, would the United States be comfortable to extradite its police officer to Nigeria to face justice for what he engaged in the United States? I doubt it. For one, the police in the United States have what is referred to as qualified immunity. It means to some extent you cannot sue them as a private individual. They just cannot be sued. It's very, very difficult to convict a police officer. It's very difficult to indict him in the first place, talk less of convicting him, and talk less of having him extradited to a foreign country. As a forceman, the United States do not, as a matter of policy, subjugate their force officers to any other law in the world, only to the United States law.
Frank Mba, police force spokesperson, said in a statement on Sunday that the suspension is also expected to create an enabling environment for the NPF Special Investigation Panel to carry out its investigations into the weighty allegations against DCP Abba Kyari without interference. The suspension is without prejudice to the constitutional presumption of innocence in favor of the officer. The probe panel will be led by Joseph Ebunike, Deputy Inspector General of Police, in charge of the Force Criminal Investigations Department. In 2018, the Federal Bureau of Investigation reportedly gave Kyari a certificate of appreciation, recognizing him for his assistance and continued support of kidnapping investigation. Unfortunately for Kyari, the same FBI indicted him after Hushpuppi admitted to bribing him to help jail Chibuzo, a fraudster he had a disagreement with over a $1.1 million fraudulent deal involving a Qatari businessman. The U.S. Department of Justice, however, revealed that the friendship between Hushpuppi and Kyari is beyond casual. Eyebrows were raised when Nigeria's highly decorated police officer was cited at the burial of the mother of popular businessman Obi Kubana. In his defense, Kyari wrote on Facebook that he did no wrong as he considered the entrepreneur a brother and a good friend. He had said Kubana is one of the most hardworking entrepreneurs and humble personalities that Kyari has known for many years. Concerns have been raised, and the Nigerian Police Institution and President Muhammadu Buhari's government are expected to do proper justice as Nigerians patiently await the outcome of Kyari's investigation and possible extraction. Many have argued that his suspension is a way of silencing Kyari from revealing other co-conspirators, possibly in the police hierarchy.
You cannot arrest a person as a police officer solely on the instructions of a private individual. The individual has to file a complaint. That complaint has to be investigated. the target of the complaint can either be invited to the police station, or if he's considered to be a flight risk and the police want to have control over him immediately, they can go out and arrest him. So if he circumvented all of that, then he has violated to some extent the ethics of his profession, and that will be left up to the Police Service Commission to establish. And that's the reason, as an initial step, he has been suspended as of today.